What's going on, everybody? I'm the mechanic, and today we're at Remote Control Hobbies. There's a repair I want to work on. Let me show you guys what I got. This guy right here, the Kraton 4S. Oof, we've messed with the 8S and the 6S on this channel, but guys, we have not gotten our hands on a 4S yet. Man, let's open her up and let's see what's going on with her. And today let's do something a little different too. I'm gonna bring you guys along for the ride. All right, so crack this thing open, take that shell off, and so I think something's going on with the slipper and or the pinion. And this could kind of give it away too. Yeah. All right, I need to get this center shaft out of the way. So let's get a 2.5. Let's take out this right here. Now, after we get that pin pushed out of the way, should be able to lift this. Yup. Now our cables are all out of the way. Let's get our center shaft taken out. Let's flip this guy over. Now there's one screw on this side right here. So that was gonna need our 2.5. And you guys might notice that I'm using hand tools for everything instead of using the drill. I mean, I do have the drill right here, but sometimes you just want the precision, you know? And you really can't get anything better than the MIP. So once we get that screw taken out, flip her back over, and we're gonna pull out that little strap thing right here. I'm gonna need a flathead for this just so I can do a little bit of prying. Now, you don't want to pry too hard on anything, guys. If it takes too much force, don't do it. You're doing it wrong. So just for safety measures, let's get rid of this battery. All right, so now that we got that all open and exposed, I can lift that little tab right there, and I should be able to slide this whole unit forward. So let's do that real quick. Lift that tab and slide your unit forward. If you need to pry, that's okay. Just don't pry too hard. A little on the left, little on the right, little on the left, and easy. So this is taken out. Again with the 2.5. Now there's nothing wrong with using the power tools. If you guys want to use the power tools, go right ahead. I highly recommend, if you're going to be tightening things up though, use your hand tools. Just, you could kind of cross thread or over tighten things when you use the power tools. That's how you end up stripping parts. All right, now that that's taken off, let's take a look right here. Our mesh looks pretty good, to be honest, and I think I see our issue right there. Looks like this pinion chewed into our spur. So let's pop out that spur. Yeah, I don't know about that, guys. That's gonna make a skipping sound every time you drive, so you hear that yep. Nice part is the old spur that he had is metal, so I'm gonna swap these two spurs and keep the slipper assembly from this new assembly. Let's Frankenstein two together. Ready? Boom! Yeah, right. I don't know how to do that. All right, so for a second, I'm gonna move this car out of the way and put you right there. Now, this is what we're working on. So this is our old one here, and there's a screw inside. I'm guessing it is a 2.0. Yep. All right, so when you unscrew this, you want to make sure that nothing falls out of place, because you do have certain things in a certain order. Look at this, man. Oh yeah, these rings obviously needed to be replaced. All right, so that's the first one taken apart. Now let's take apart the second one. So I'm trying to leave this plate assembly put together just because these plates are brand new. I mean, this is not the issue here. So once I get this swapped out, old one for the new one, and it's metal, way better. Alright, so I got the new slipper assembly set up with the metal gear and the new pads because these just are not going to work anymore. Let's get this thing mounted back up and put back in the car. Alright, let's get the car back up on the workbench and let's get moving. So, we'll grab our slipper assembly and make sure the long end is pointing downwards. Our mesh is still lined up really nice. Now, the way to do your mesh, guys, I'm not an expert on this. Okay, I'm an expert, so listen. I like to have just the tiniest bit of play. I don't know about the whole paper trick that people talk about, but to me, this is a little bit too much play. I would get tiny bit closer. So, let's do that real quick. I'm actually getting in here so I can show you guys. This is an important step right here. The mesh. You guys get too tight and you're gonna hear squealing while you're going. Too loose and you're gonna be grinding gears. So you wanna get tight enough here. You wanna still be able to wiggle this spur gear and the pinion is barely clicking. If you guys can hear that click, that means the teeth have the tiniest bit of wiggle room. That's what we're looking for. As close as we can without touching. All right, now that I got that out of the way, let's get this back on. So everything's snugged up, tightened up here. Let's get this plate back on. Get our 2.5. All right, got that snugged up. So now, put this back in place and you get it right on those two tracks that are right here and you slide and you push in left, right, left, right, left, right. I like to roll the car back and forth on those back wheels so that way the groove actually sits in the pocket well as you're pushing. So roll that back and forth and you'll hear that snap. There you go. Now you're back in place. All right, so now that that gear is all set up, we can basically put everything back together. Starting with the strap for the motor mount. It's just a little red clip that goes in there, and that has a screw that goes underneath. So let's flip that over. Get that flathead in there, get our 2.5. Flip this back over. We can get our center shaft back in, front, then back. All right, so we drop our center brace and I'm gonna push this pin back through. Got that back in. Put in the screw that holds that pin down. All right, I got everything tightened up. Let's take her outside. Oh yeah. I think she works just fine. I'm gonna call this one a success. Well, till next week, guys. See you.